Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Smeralda and you are watching Albo plants. Another month has passed as always and it is time for another monthly favorite video. I hope that you have enjoyed my Halloween edition videos. I think maybe I will do one last one and then of course I will continue doing the normal planty content for the future, but yeah, I wanted to share with you my favorite plants for this October, and one of them, oh no, two of them are new addition to my collection. And I will start with the first one that you can already see on the screen, which is this very beautiful orchid, this Phalaenopsis orchid, which is I think a mini one. As you can see, it has somehow smaller leaves and also smaller flowers, but the mini Phalaenopsis, even if it has smaller flowers, it produces a lot of them, even more than the regular one. And this orchid I got from one of my most favorite shops here in Tirana. Actually, they used to sell their plants only through Instagram, but now they have opened a physical shop, and I will soon make a tour of the shop and share it with you. So if you are curious to see and get an idea of what kind of plants are available in Albania, then keep on watching. I will post it very soon. But yeah, this orchid I got from them. The shop is called Plantastic Albania. So what I really liked about this orchid is of course the color of the blooms and especially the spots. I haven't acquired yet any orchid with this kind of flowers, so I did really like this one for the kind of corally yellow undertone and also the pink spots and the pink lip. Yeah, and also it came together with this beautiful pot, so I think it looks quite stunning and I'm so happy to have this one. And also the fact that the colors are very October themed and autumnal is perfect for this video. So yeah, my first favorite of the month is this Phalaenopsis mini orchid. Okay, so I will keep it here so we can enjoy the blooms during the video. So the second plant that I want to share with you is a plant that Rudy got me in one of his work trips. He found this begonia at someone that was selling on the road, and he got it like pretty cheap, like 100 lek, because here in Albania is this idea that the begonias that are usually kept outside, they finish the season of the summer and they get destroyed, so they don't like last all year round. So yeah, he got it pretty cheap, but he was very drawn to it, so you can see why. So this is the begonia that he got for me, and when I made the research on the internet to find the particular species that this begonia is, and also someone helped me on Instagram, I found out that this begonia is called Non-Stop Bronze Leaf Mocca Deep Orange Begonia. A pretty long name, yeah, but yeah, I think that this is a kind of hybrid that is produced, I think, in Holland, in the Netherlands. And this one is the first time that I have seen this kind of begonia actually, because this is a very unique one. As you can see, the shape of the flowers is not as the typical begonia. It is very big and it looks more like a rose than a begonia flower. And to say the truth, I have seen this kind of flower on begonias, but usually the form of the leaf is quite different from this one. It's very small and also not this deep color. This one, on the other hand, the leaf is quite big, as you can see, and it is a very deep kind of reddish color, and also it has very neon green veins, and as you can see the back of the leaf, I don't know if you are able to see, but the back of the leaf is also red. So yeah, this begonia actually is a very interesting one, and I do really like it. I like very much the colors of the leaves and also the big rose-shaped flowers. So yeah, this is also another one that is quite perfect for the autumn, for the colors that it has. So yeah, this is my second favorite of the month of October, is the Mocca Deep Begonia. So another favorite for the month of October, and I couldn't resist without putting this plant in this list. This is one of the newly acquired plants in my collection and one of my favorites, and I'm talking about my variegated Monstera. How can I not put her in my favorites? So, the reason why I put my Monstera Deliciosa variegated in my favorites this month is because actually when I first received this plant, the leaves were not facing like this, they were all facing up, because I think that was the way it was grown in the greenhouse, and also with the packaging it got that kind of shape. But now, as I knew it would happen, the leaves are all facing forward, and you can admire its full beauty. And she's gorgeous. I love this plant, guys. So yeah, what can I say? She speaks for herself. And also another great thing that has happened with this plant is after I put her in the moss bowl, I have seen that she has produced some very chunky big aerial roots, juicy aerial roots, and they are trying to grow on the moss bowl, so that is quite nice. I don't know if I can show you, but as you can see, this and this one are new roots that are trying to grow inside the moss bowl. So that is actually a very nice sign that the plant is liking the new conditions that I provided and is trying to grow. And I cannot wait for this plant to produce a new leaf under my care, and I am keeping an eye on her every day. As you say in English, I am stalking her like a hawk. Maybe this is the phrase, I'm not sure, but yes, I have become a hawk and I'm looking her every day. So yeah, the other plant on my October favorites is of course my variegated Monstera. So another plant that it's not new, but I have grown it since it was like a stump when I first got it, is my Anthurium Crystallinum. And the reason why it is in my October favorites is because these days it has produced a new leaf, and yeah, I didn't expect it to be this gorgeous. So yeah, I'm showing you now. So this is the new leaf that my Crystallinum has produced the last days, and I think that it is a perfect Crystallinum leaf. I really love the sparkly veins, the bold veins that it has, the elongated shape. And this one actually, when it first emerged, it was quite like kind of brownish reddish color, and I can see that also the stem is even has a more red tone compared to the older leaves. So yeah, this plant I think is going to become gorgeous as it matures, and I'm pretty excited to see how it's going to grow. But let me show you better the new leaf because it is gorgeous. This is the new leaf and it's still not 100% finished with growing. As you can see, it's still soft. So yeah, maybe it's going to grow up even more. It's going to become even bigger than what it is right now. But yeah, I want to show you also. The stem of this one is actually redder than the older ones. Also the leaf behind. And at the center here you can see that it is just a little bit more reddish color. So yeah, the perfect crystallinum leaf. Now the only thing remaining for this plant is to grow even larger leaves in the future, and maybe even flower. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the plant is doing right now, so I wanted to include it in my October favorites. The last plant that I want to share as my October favorites is also a baby plant, and it is my Alocasia Wentii. Yes, Wentii. So I think I have shared this plant before, and I have told you also that this one was a gift by another plant enthusiast here in Albania, and she gifted me this corm that had, I think, only this small leaf, as I'm not mistaken. And the reason why I wanted to include this in my October favorites is because I have been keeping an eye on this plant, because it's producing like some kind of anomalies on the last leaves, which, yeah, it started, let me show you. I don't know if you will be able to see, but yeah, it started with this one, which it had a small dot in here. Now it's very faint, but before it was even more noticeable. But I think you can see it better on this one. As you can see, the back is getting more redder as it matures, but I have seen that it started to produce this kind of speckles, like kind of variegation, and it also continued a little bit on the newest one. I don't know if yeah, the newest one doesn't have a lot, it has just a little bit on here, but this is also visible on the front of the leaves, as you can see. And it has not only that part, but very small freckles, which, yeah, are quite difficult to show in camera, but in real life, depending on the light that it hits, you can see that it has just a little bit some freckles. And also the new leaf has some of those as well. I think in here, if you can see, it's still like not a very big deal, but it has been really interesting for me to see this new development on this plant, which has kept me quite entertained. And maybe, you never know, maybe I got really lucky and this corm ended up being a little bit variegated. I don't know, I will have to see how it is going to grow in the future, and if this thing continues, if it goes away, or hopefully if it gets even more visible, then I will be a very happy girl. But yeah, also I'm quite happy that this plant is growing very well even if it was like just a small baby. I am growing it in leca. It's an experiment because I don't usually grow my plants in leca, but this one I put in leca, and as you can see, it has some very nice root system now, and it's liking very much growing in leca. I don't know, maybe in the future I will pot her in soil because I'm not so much used in growing my plants in leca, but for now I'm pretty happy with how it is growing. Also, as a bonus for my October favorites, I could not resist without sharing with you this very beautiful new leaf that my Gloriosum Verde has produced. Like, I mean, I am obsessed with this plant. With each new leaf is like exceeding my expectations. So yeah, just a bonus plant for this month. So that was it for my October favorite plants. I hope you enjoyed the plants that I chose to share with you, and yeah, which one did you like the most from the plants that I showed today? Except for aroids and tropical plants, I do really enjoy some plants that have blooms, like the Phalaenopsis orchids or the begonias. I think they add a lot of color on my collection, and yeah, I do really like orchids, especially because they have the most gorgeous flowers, and it is very rewarding to see them bloom again just from your care. And yeah, my orchid collection has actually got so big now. I can't 100% say how many I have at the moment in my collection, but I think that they are a lot. So thank you very much for watching again, and don't forget to like, share, leave a comment down below which was your favorite of what I have shared today with you, and I hope to see you on my next video. Oh, and also don't forget to check out my Instagram page with the name albo__plants. I will see you again on my next video. Pacim!